I don't know who needs to hear this, but vabbing works. Vabbing 100% works. Like, what the fuck? I got offered 2 free drinks at the pool, and then a guy literally came back and gave me this. Like, what? What?
If you're like the rest of humanity and you don't know what vabbing is, so you don't know what this girl is talking about, let me break it down what it is. Well, vabbing is basically when a woman takes her fingers and sticks it between her lady lips. If you know what I mean, and takes her natural lubricant and spritz it all over her body like if it was holy water doing an exorcism. Yeah, and somehow this creates an irresistible Kama Sutra type powers in the woman, where men can't resist her and they're attracted to her like a moth to a flame. And the girl in this video is amazed as her natural lubricant slash mucus that she slathers all over her skin turns her into an instant Aphrodite. I just have a problem with that, as does everybody else. I don't think that works that way. To be fair, it may give her some superpowers, but I think I have a theory that may be a little bit more credible. I mean, let's take a look at this comment from her profile. As you can see, it pretty much sums up that there are a lot of thirsty guys out there that are just gonna hit her up regardless of whatever she smears on herself or not. More importantly, I think that her body language changed when she applied this to herself. She actually believed that this was gonna work. Let's just say this. If somebody tells you, hey, I have a magic potion, and you put it on, it's going to make you irresistible, you're going to believe it, and your body language will change with that. So I believe that's what happened with this girl. She believed that this vabbing worked, and in doing so, her body language changed, and she was giving off these different signals, probably a lot more approachable signals, and then guys decided, I'm going to shoot my shot, because this girl looks like she's more approachable now. Probably before she had a lot of doubt, probably before her body language was not that positive, but that's just a theory. Or then again, maybe she does have a superpower now. Who knew? If you like the content that you see so far, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It doesn't cost you anything, and it allows me to keep making content for you guys.
Okay, we need to talk about vabbing, because I've seen one too many ads for pheromone perfume, and that's not it. I'm gonna tell you why. Pheromones are like a secreted chemical hormone, and every person's pheromones smell different to different people, and in the wild, animals like secrete their pheromones to attract mates. And I swear, if you vab, you will attract people, like a date, a one-night stand, or you'll just get free drinks all night. Elle Wood should have been teaching vabbing instead of the bend and snap. It's more effective. And you're just gonna have to hear me out, trust me. You get up there, give them a swipe. You don't have to be like fresh out of the shower clean, but relatively clean. Dab, vab, behind the ears, on the wrists, maybe a little on the neck. I don't know what they're putting in pheromone perfume, but it can't replicate your own smell and your own personalized chemicals. Proceed with caution because it works.
Okay, she was accurate when she said that animals use pheromones for attractions. That is true. Both animals and insects actually use pheromones. That's why dogs sniff each other's butts. I mean, it's a way of communication. But her theory of like just using her own lubrication to attract men, that falls apart real quick. Why? Because humans don't have these glands. We do not secrete pheromone glands like animals and insects do. I mean, it's just a big gaping hole in this theory. I actually believe that this is very similar to horoscopes. There's actually no science behind that, just like there's no science behind this vabbing thing. As long as women believe it, they're going to go with it. I would actually say, hey, how about you just use old-fashioned verbal communication like humans do? Just go up to a guy and say, hey, how are you? Introduce yourself. Approach him. He's a human being. He's not a dog. He doesn't sniff butts. Unless you ask him to.
Vabbing for the first time tonight. Let's see what happens. Men kept staring at me even though they were clearly on dates.
I assume this was made in an attempt at some sort of comedy, but hey, let's just take it at face value. Alright, so the girl in the video says that no one approached her, but men stared at her. Even though they were on dates, they stared at you. Really? Maybe let's say it was a little bit different. Maybe you were trying to see that. Maybe men were looking at you the same way they look at you all the time, except this time you noticed it more. Or maybe it's possible that you were the one staring at them and they were just staring back at you. So now you found what you were looking for. You're like, hey, see, he was looking at me. The point is, you're going to find what you want in this thing. This is like a Rorschach ink blot. You're going to see what you're going to see. So this vabbing thing, there's nothing that backs it up. It's just simply based on belief. If you believe it's going to work, then you're going to find the evidence that it worked. If you believe it's going to work, you're going to find the evidence, no matter how small it is, that it worked. And that's just the way it is, ladies. Well, this is kind of like believing in unicorns, but hey, who am I to say that unicorns aren't real? I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.